Put your hands up, yeah. To the floor, yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Come down, selector.
That's right. Come on.
Welcome back to yet another episode on Confessions Corner. I am your host, Miss Rach, and thank you for coming through. As always, we have your juicy, dirty laundry. My streets are safe because Njolo, the pandemic is real. So we all have your confessions around here, and I cannot wait to dive deep and then read about these things that you guys be doing. You'll be performing miracles out there in the street. Not giving off judgment vibes, but things that you guys be sending me. Wow, it's just crazy. But without wasting much time, do you say further ado or feather? Yes, further ado. Put it down in the comment section below and let me know what you say. Because the English is not Englishing. I'm too excited. So it's coming out like that. But here we are. So this gentleman, I suppose, because when I read the confession, I could get like, oh, okay, this gentleman. Okay. So this gentleman sends through their confession and it reads like this. Confession, hide ID, moto bean. Of course, got you. So the gory, oh my goodness. Can't speak English no more. So the story goes like this. I had this girl, Wanda Kangen Shidananai, and she was a virgin, by the way. So disclaimer before we go any further. This is an over 18 kind of confession corner. So a certain language will be used on the show. So if you feel like this is not for you, you can click off. Thank you. So the story goes like this. I had this girl, and she was a virgin, by the way. We did all kind of freaky stuff, but time would not allow us to meet frequently. So I made sure it would be the best of all. Oh, how sweet is that? First time we tried to have sex, she was not in her mind at all, so we did have full play, but I was not in the position to force her so that I can break her virginity.
That was legitness.
At least he was, he wasn't really forceful enough than other dudes that we know, than other cases that we hear about. So then now the problem is she took a visit recently, and only a few days ago, she then apped me saying she is sorry for cheating on me and she has lost her virginity. For me, I personally do not like toxic relationships, so I dumped her, but I'm kindly asking for confirmation. Was it a good or bad decision that I made? Thanks in advance. First of all, I feel like this gentleman is a genuine good person. Considering that, I like the fact that he said that the first time we tried to have sexual activity, he was respectful enough not to force things or to force her. Because we have a lot of date rape, sexual assault that happens in different variations of relationships and in the name of dating or courtship, or you're my boyfriend or you're my girlfriend. So having him to actually think about the girl and not try to force her into sexual activities, which could have been turned out to be rape or sexual assault, I really applaud him for that. But I genuinely, coming from me as an advice would be, I think it was a good thing that he actually dumped the girl, because if she seemed like she was not in the right mind of having an intimate moment with you, then she had to go outside to get the most intimate that you guys were supposed to have or share in your relationship. Let's say that you're in a, yeah, you were in a relationship because you said you were dating this girl, right? You did all the freaky kind of stuff you could think of, but just not that sexual intimacy, which is sexual intercourse. Then I feel like this goes for the streets. She literally went outside and she had the most intimate moment that you thought you guys were going to share in your relationship with someone else. To me, that's giving off street vibes. That's giving off she's for the streets vibes, because in her right mind, she now tries to text you so that you take her back. Definitely that's why she's texting you, because she realized that she messed up and now she's trying to come back, try to talk you into trying to take her back and all these other things. And your instinct, Mr. Gentleman, was to dump her, because why would you put yourself in a position of trying to take back somebody whom you thought was yours? Because you know where the danger is is that her experiencing this sexual intercourse not in your relationship because you actually loved her, and she decided to have this somewhere else. It's giving off disrespect, though. It's giving off her not being open and honest enough with you. So I think it was the best that you followed your instinct and you decided to break it off, because she might be expecting some miracles in the relationship, or she might be wanting acrobatics in bed, things that you cannot fulfill or achieve, considering that she had to have it somewhere else, and then she's coming back here. She's just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I had this, I did this with this guy. Like, what makes you make it make sense, my sister? Make it make sense. I feel like a lot of times us girls, we go around trying to hurt people who actually care about us, and just judging by how he framed his confession, I genuinely feel like, you know, he really loved this girl. He really loved this girl, and then this girl just decided to pull a stunt, to pull a toxic stunt on him. So I think it was a good thing that they divorced in the relationship. I think it's best that they didn't make it work, because it's giving streets vibes. She's for the streets, bro. So from me to you, great job. You decided to keep your mental strength in one tact. So going to my next confession that I'm going to read. This one is quite juicy. Like, this one is very interesting. So let me actually read it out for you. So it goes. I have a small confession of someone aiti akatemwa nyora na gogo.
FBI, open up!
Okay. I have a similar situation, but in hango handiwanema benefits after sexual intercourse. But problem is, every person that I have sex with, anoramba chindineza. Oh, okay. I make almost all of them satisfied in bed. The moment we start making out, a spirit gets inside me and performs perfectly.
Okay.
It was a downside at first, but after a long time, I embraced it, since this is any problem. I do everything, but the problem is, if a guy approaches me and it turns me on, and the spirit comes once again. Now I have ties with guys too. Imagine people submitting to you because of your performance, regardless of gender. So she I think it's a she. and she's bisexual. That's what I'm getting. So, but the good part is I was able to reverse boys raive rakunditsoma richida session. And I am avoiding by all means kubatana ne boys, but girls ball. I have 3 serious girlfriends and they love me so much. They get me everything and they don't want to lose me. So big ups to you if you have a ton of girls liking you. I guess you've just come to terms with your sexuality. Maybe you are actually gay and you like girls, because you are saying that you're avoiding boys now. But on a spiritual level, I don't know, or it's something else. But she seemed like she's happy with her life and she's come to terms with whatever this spiritual thing goes on. But tell me guys in the comment section below if it's a what's this nyora thing like that happens with people, and does it really work? Or maybe she's just genuinely a good person who has just mastered the art of having sex with boys and girls. So I don't know, I just feel like as well, if she feels like guys are really coming after her for just a sexual intimacy moment, then maybe genuinely boys just like her. Or maybe if they get to know her sexuality, it must be a cruel joke on her, trying to turn her into not liking girls. But this is a very juicy confession, and at the end she said felt good sharing. So maybe something that was like deep in her heart and she had to say it. Oh, by the way, she said she's at use it, so maybe you might bump into this person. That will be, yeah, but always keep in mind that she has some sort of nyora that she was given by her gogo, and there's a spirit that comes out of her when she's performing in bed. So I don't know, tell me what you think, guys. Performance, or it's just a matter of communication? Because when it comes to sexual issues, I feel like our culture, our society barely gives us the space or the platforms to talk about these things. It's like a twisted kind of story or topic to talk about. It's very bizarre to find people talk about how you can perform, how you can do this. Most of the time, so is the girls being told what to do to their husbands, never to their boyfriends, never to their girlfriends. So it's like a very toxic topic to talk about, very taboo, but at the same time giving off toxic vibes, because people be doing the most out there. They just be learning from other videos that we know of, the videos that I'm talking about. And they be picking up the wrong skills to put out. So you guys tell me what you think, eh? So do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and do not forget to send me your confessions, because so you want to discuss about it, you want to hear what the streets are offering, the offerings of the streets. So this is just me ending this episode. So do not forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If I say comment, I will be reading out your comments, and I will be out there checking out all your confessions. So from me to you, I'm your host, Miss Rach with the most, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.